Good day to you all. You are welcome to today's lesson. Today we are proving why the y dx equals to f prime of x. And to prove this, we are going to use our knowledge of first principle to prove that dy over dx equals to f prime of x. As we all know that functions, whether f of x, g of x, h of x, they are always replaced with what? Y. So most times, if you don't want to use f of x or g of x, we use y to replace them. So I will start by saying that, taking a recall, that y equals to f of x. Y equals to f of x. So if y equals to f of x, then to use first principle, I am going to add my change in the variables. This time around, I'm having two variables, which is y and x. So I'm going to add my change in y and my change in that will y plus change in y equals to f open bracket x plus change in x. Adding my change in the two variables. Now the next thing to do now is to subtract, which is the formula y from both sides. Subtract y from both sides. So which is this y plus delta y minus y equals to f open bracket x plus delta x minus y. Subtracting the y from both sides. Then this cancel this. We are left with delta y equals to f open bracket x plus delta x minus y. Now, since you have subtracted y from both sides, the next thing to do now is to replace the value of y in your word right hand side. That delta y equals to f open bracket x plus delta x. Then our value for y here is what? F of x, that is minus f of x. This cannot minus this. So the next thing to do from our knowledge of first principle is divide both sides by delta x. This divided by delta x, the whole of this divided by delta x. So what? Nothing can cut again. So what is the next thing to do is to find the limit of this equation. That will give us lim delta y over delta x when delta x tends to 0. Then the right hand side, lim f open bracket x plus delta x minus f of x all divided by delta x, then as delta x tends to 0. So we limit this. Now if we limit delta y over delta x, it will give us dy dx. The limit of delta y over delta x will give us what? Dy dx. That is dy over dx equals to, if we limit f open bracket x plus delta x minus f of x all divided by delta x, when delta x tends to 0, to give us f prime of x. So now dy equals to what? F prime of x. You are able to prove that dy is what? Equals to f prime of x. That's why sometimes if you don't want to write dy over dx, you can see f prime of x. It's still the same thing. This is the first derivative. Likewise, this one first derivative. But if it is second derivative, you are going to see f prime of x. That is second derivative. Then this one become d square y over dx squared. That is second derivative. So you can sometimes they can ask you to find dy over dx, or they ask you to find f prime of x. It's the same thing. It's telling me you have to find the derivative of the word of the function. And this is how to prove y dy dx equals to f prime of s using force principle. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, share to your friends, comment and like this video. Bye bye.